Darren George's final appointment with Veterans NHS Wales after 5 months of therapy for post-traumatic stress disorder. The former RAF flight lieutenant was diagnosed some 10 years after a traumatic incident during an overseas training exercise. Some of his men were held at gunpoint after a row over an ornament in a bar.
It was quite a volatile situation. I was aware that at least one of them had a gun. They had bats and other weapons. Once I discovered what had happened, I sent someone out to retrieve the object. Once we got it back, they eventually let them go, but it was very traumatic, very intense.
He suffered a delayed reaction in the form of nightmares and hyper-vigilance. In 2010, Veterans NHS Wales was formed, becoming the only national NHS veteran service in the UK.
One of Darren's unhelpful beliefs was he felt he had to be in control and to protect his loved ones and friends. So an example of that is when Darren would go into Cardiff, to a bar or a restaurant with his friends, he would take a kind of guardian angel overwatch position. So as if he was back on deployment, with his rifle, scanning the pub or restaurant for signs of threat.
There was one point where I was suicidal because of how this was all affecting me, and I've got 2 young children, and that's just not the way to be.
Dr. Kitchiner helps Darren challenge his negative thought patterns through psychotherapy and cognitive behavioural therapy. And he plotted a graph to show how Darren's anxiety has decreased.
You can see that Darren's progress was a little bit up and down at times, depending on what we were doing in therapy. But over the last couple of months, you can see that his score is significantly reduced.
Now Darren is ready to move on with his life with the tools he needs to face the future.